Burn City, here we are once again. What's doing? You come to your favourite Friday night show on live radio, Pyro Radio, Wiz FM Radio, we Onza. This is your host for the most, Mavi K, same time every fucking week, usually late as per usual. We actually did pretty good this time. And in the building, we got my G, rapper, beat producer extraordinaire from the one and only 9 to 5 crew. We got my bro, the Primitive One.
Yo, what's happening? Thanks for that fucking introduction, bro. Sure.
What can I say? What a G up, right?
Hey.
Fucking A. Alright. We're lucky enough for this bloke to come down and you can actually find out what's going on in his world. Now, there's a lot going on, so stay tuned for that. Alright, Prim, we're going to start off with all the generic shit. Where'd you come from? How'd you get your name? Where were your first influences of hip-hop?
Alright. Fuck, what was the first question?
Where are you from?
From out in the east side of Melbourne. I grew up in the city, but I moved out like to the far east, so like Warburton, right out in the sticks. In the country, man. I'm not a fucking suburban kid, I'm from right out in the bush, but...
The Primitive One has to go to his cave.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, not a lot of fucking hip-hop and, you know, graph or any of that shit going on out there either, so I kind of had to, you know, make do and kind of show myself the ropes in a lot of ways, you know?
Were you into the drifting thing when you were out there?
No, but like I had a lot of friends that were car. I had a lot of friends that are, and still have friends that are car guys. So that was around me, but I've never really been like I got a car and I drive and shit, but I've never really been like fully into it.
Yeah, I've got a lemon right now. So
Yeah. So like I said, I got a few friends that fucking go pretty hard, man. Like, but you know.
One question about Warburton, if you lived down in Warburton, did it ever snow at your house in winter?
No, it didn't snow like where I lived, but it snowed pretty cool. Like you got to go a bit up the mountain for to get the snow.
Mount Donabuang.
But it's cold as fuck, bro. Like,
for real?
Yeah, like real cold. You know, winter's like damp and fucking cold. So it's one of them ones like we've got a fireplace at the house, so it was always keeping the fire going and shit.
It's just harvesting wood wherever you can.
Oh man, it's one of them ones like you get home after work and it's like cold as fuck. You know what I mean? It's just like it's pretty raw.
Did you ever? Are you like a pro fire making now? Like
I'm
level
like,
99.
Yeah. All right, that's one of those like low key facts about me. I'm fucking pretty good with the old fireplace.
Yeah, sick. You got a skill cake for shit rocking. Yeah.
Can light a fire. Can chop wood like a fucking champion. Obviously, redwood is the premium shit, but it costs a premium price.
It costs premium prices, the premium quality wood, mate.
So you know what I mean? There's fucking ways around it. You go out to what do you mean? Powtow fucking mill, get the old fucking what is it like $30 for a meter of wood. That's insider knowledge right there. That's some game for all you fucking wood fiends out there. That's some game.
Because there are wood fiends out there. When I went there to Warburton one time, I went up the mountain and this bloke had a chainsaw and he chopped a tree down and he was straight there with like an axe and a chainsaw and he was like our age, he was like 20s, just had his like big Range Rover, whatever the fuck, putting logs on. Yeah, it's full hunter-gatherer out there.
No, it's good. It's good like that too. I mean, once again, like I'm not like a full fucking chainsaw man or like any, you know what I mean, but.
Yeah, so you went from... Do you reckon you're less of a city slicker for being brought up in there?
Well, so I grew up in, like, when I was a little kid, I was in Brunswick and then Collingwood, like, right on Smith Street until I was 5 or 6, and then my parents moved out to the sticks. So, like, my parents aren't, like, just, like, full-on country folk. And my dad's Māori, so he's from New Zealand, like, so it's, like... You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a full country boy, but I lived in the country, if that makes sense. So my parents aren't like yokels, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You Kiwi too? You go for the All Blacks?
No, I mean, yeah, of course.
Right.
Who else am I going to go for?
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm not like, once again, I'm not fucking all these things, bro. I'm not like a mad rugby man. I go for, I'm a footy guy, really.
Who do you go for?
Collingwood, of course, bro.
Oh, mate, repping.
Of course, Collingwood.
He's got all his teeth, by the way, folks.
Yeah, I do. But I'll tell you what, I've actually been having a toothache all day. So fucking, you never know what the future could hold. I could go full Collingwood spec within the next 5 to 10 years.
It's just like an evolution, As soon as you chuck that jersey on, teeth start falling out.
That's it. But man, like we fucking, I don't know if you, like the last night's game, bro, we're lacking. We had like really good 2 first games of the season and then we've just been fucking... Still playing good footy, but like, we've obviously lost. We haven't been thrashed, but like it's disappointing.
Yeah.
So last night wasn't like I was G'd up to watch a good game of footy, but fucking yeah, we missed out by like a goal. So yeah.
What does a footy sesh look like for you?
Bro, like,
Do you go off?
I'm pretty low key, bro. Like probably just have a few beers, maybe like a meat pie, just like kick back and watch the footy, bro. You know what I mean?
This is Aussie as it gets.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking A. So how did you get your name?
The primitive one, so it started as primate.
Why?
There's like lots of angles to it. It was like, firstly, like I never used to fucking have a phone like back in the day. So like it was always like people were like, this cunt doesn't really like get around technology. So he's like on some primitive, you know what I mean? Like on some primitive shit. So I was always like, cause I just didn't get it, bro. I didn't get a phone till I was like fucking 18. You know what I mean?
No way.
Yeah, nah, like I full was like against it, to be honest with you. And like, I reckon it probably did me some good too. Yeah, so there's that, and then I don't know, bro. Cunts used to say like I look like a monkey and shit when I was a kid, so it was kind of like some Batman stuff as well. Where it was like, yeah, fucking
Sick.
turn that shit into like my power, you know what I mean? Like,
You put the mask on. You went into the cave and made some fire.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
went from firewood to making fire in the cave.
But it was not fire at the start, brother. Like it's been a long journey to get to the point that I'm at now, and still a long way to go as well. But yeah, bro, like there's fucking. I'll tell you what, those early days trying to make fucking fire with 2 sticks was fucking rough, but you know.
Yeah, we'll get to all that. That's And first instances of hip hop. Who were you listening to at the start? And when did you start getting onto Oz hip hop? Were you an Oz hip hop fan?
Yeah, I was. I was real big into all the underground stuff pretty quickly because my cousins. Well, the first instance of like rap that I can remember would have been like Rage Against the Machine, which isn't really rap.
Sick.
But you know what I mean? It's like it's in the ballpark. But also like my dad's like a mad fucking reggae dancehall dude. So there's a lot of like Shabba Ranks and all that kind of stuff going on around me as well. Which I like. Like I've come back to really like all that old school dancehall, like Toastin' style of rapping a lot.
Now that you've mentioned that, I can kind of hear it in like even the Overhaul beat tape. There was a lot of that.
People say that to me a lot, as you can hear that you're into fucking like reggae and dub, and it's like, yeah, bro, that's like when I'm not listening to rap, like it's probably what I'm listening to, even more than rap, because like doing the production stuff, it's good to listen to a lot of hip hop, of course, but like I like to listen to a bit of everything because it like fucking, you know. Yeah. Gives you a broader, you know what I mean, understanding of music and shit.
Were all your mates listening to rap as well?
Nah.
Like
same thing. So like out in the sticks, all my mates were into like rock and roll kind of shit and like techno and all that, like heaps different stuff. I was really probably the only one that was like holding down the fort as far as being into it. So it ties back to what I was saying before about like you know, there wasn't much going on out there in terms of what I was into, but I like that. This never stopped me. You know what I mean? I kind of just nerd out and go deeper down the rabbit hole. So my cousins were into like Hilltop Hoods and all that kind of stuff, but they also like they were checking out. This is like back when Obese was in its fucking prime, so it was more popular as well and accessible. And they gave me like a, you know, like a folder full of all sorts of different stuff, like all sorts of shit from like the early like Fourth Row mixtape, which was like 360 Seth Century and Pairs, and then there was more underground stuff on there. But like I don't know, because it was like early. Just trying to think what else I was really like onto in those early days. It was more underground. I mean, like Hilltop Hoods, bro. Like I branched out from Hilltop Hoods into the British stuff. Like I was like Bliss and Esso as well. I really like all their early shit too.
How'd you get onto the UK stuff early? Because that would have been back in the day.
Well, they're like Hilltop Hoods. If you listen to their like from the Calling to the Hard Road, maybe even State of the Art, they had a few features. Like I think they had a Jest or a Brain Tax joint on one of those records. And that fucking, you know, that was like, that opened my eyes because I fucking got into like Low Life and all that stuff. It's cracking. Yeah, I got into like all the Low Life record stuff like basically after that. So that was like, yeah, when I discovered Low Life, because I really liked all the British MCs and I caught on to Jest, like that was it. I was fucking gone, like straight that. Like Jest was like a fucking real turning point for what I was really like looking for as far as like rap. It was like, you know, like gritty but real fucking intelligent at the same time, you know what I mean? And then from that, I ended up coming full circle back around to really, like when I was about 16, which was like the fucking when I was really getting into hip hop. You know what I mean? And just running around, like, smoking weed and doing all that kind of stuff, I caught on to, like, Musty's stuff.
Must
And that
Volko.
brought me right back into the lane I really wanted to do. You know what? It made me realize, like, this is the kind of shit that I really want to do. And that made me like, all right, I've fucking got to go for it, you know what I mean?
Were there stuff harder to find back in the day, though? Because if you were going to Obese Records, you would have been digging through... You would have been going through, like, the urban section. Well, they didn't really have an urban section. The whole thing was urban at the time.
Fuck, man, it was all still, like... This is, like, back when, like, YouTube was, like... I guess the algorithm was, like, all right and shit. So, like, it'd all have the suggestions for all the, you know... all the good shit that'd come up when you're looking through stuff, you know? So...
When did you go, I want to do this? I want to do rap. When did you become a muso?
Fuck, man. That's like a... Man, like, I was writing raps from, like, a kid. You know, like, I was writing songs when I was, like, a little kid. Because my dad's a muso, too. That's another thing. Like, my dad's, like, a pretty good singer and shit. He plays the guitar and all that kind of stuff. So it's always, like, been within, like, grasp and be like, oh, I could do something in that field. And it was always something I wanted to do. But the first time I recorded a track would have been... Like, properly would have been with my man, Kerser, who's a fucking hectic producer. Like, he's crazy good.
Is he still making music?
Bro,
now?
he's, like, big. Like, he's
Word.
fucking big. In, like, the electronic, like, scene. He does fucking everything from, like, drum and bass to, like, trap to, like, techno. Like, he does fucking... Dude, he's, like, a mastermind. He was my mate's older brother. And my mate knew how to make beats as well. So him and me were making beats, like, together.
What were you making them on back in the day?
No, it was like dubstep, bro. That was like the first incline. Like, I was making dubstep with my mate, but what ended up happening was I fucking made like a beat that was like sample heavy because I was shit at making the dubstep. Like, I couldn't wrap my mind around like how to do proper sound. Like, I was 14. I was like a kid, but I fucking did like break and chop like some fucking piano over it. And Hersey was like, "This is sick," and I was like, "Oh. All right, maybe this is what I fucking have a crack at doing." I was hip hop heavy at this point in time as well, and that kind of just snowballed. I just ended up making more beats and shit, like sampling and stuff, because it was just like I'm not musically trained, so it was like, you know, a bit of a shortcut into making like good music, because if you sample the right shit, you know what I mean? It's like you got other people doing all the music for you, so yeah.
When you were making dubstep, was it at the same time as like Skrillex and shit?
Yeah. It
Were you
been.
making that sort of similar stuff?
Nah, I was listening to more like I don't know if you know like Roscoe and Casper and all that. It's like more the same thing, but it's more like reggae kind of stuff. It's more dub heavy kind of shit. So, but you know, like once I heard Skrillex, yeah, like the old school original, you know, yeah. So that was.
So how long have you actually been making beats for? So that would have been like 2011 when Skrillex was coming out.
Yeah,
it's like 10 years deep.
Yeah, it'd be about 10, if not a bit more. It's like I didn't step into taking it seriously though until I was probably like 18, to be honest with you. Like, I was just fucking around, having fun with it, and then like I really was like, all right, let's make this happen when I turned 18.
It's usually what happens when you start to master your craft, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you started rapping around the same time? Or?
Nah, I was rapping earlier, so I forgot to say. So within that, Hersey made beats and shit, and I was rapping well before I was making beats, and I rapped over one of his joints. You can find that; it's still on SoundCloud. But yeah, that was like, you know, people heard that and they were like, "This is pretty cool." And once again, it was like one of those things. It was just like, oh, you know,
can we play that track tonight?
Probably do this. Yeah, you can probably find it.
Yeah, see, we'll play it later.
Yeah.
All right. So how'd you end up linking up with 9 to 5 then?
Me and Zach were like mates.
Zach being Komodo.
Yeah, Komodo. Me and Zach were mates. We met through another mutual friend that I went to school with, and he was like, yeah, my mate's a rapper. It's a funny tale because like Zach and me both weren't really the type of people that would reach out like to meet new people. And Zach, you know what I mean? Zach say the same thing to you, but I don't know. We literally like just fucking hit each other up on Facebook like, oh, my mate says you can fucking rap. Rah, 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 rah. We hung out and that was it. Like, we were just like, yeah, this is mad. And then through that, I met the rest of the boys and fucking turned into what it is.
So Komodo kind of knew everyone and then...
Komodo knew Cadet X, and then that was like, it was all melding together, like slowly but surely, and then it was just like different people came into the fold. It's because we were doing shows together, so different people would get on the bills, and then we'd be like hanging out and being like, oh, this person, like we fuck with them, you know what I mean?
What was your first shows like?
Fuck. I'm just trying to think what my first...
Were you playing at Laundry or Grumpy's or something like that?
It would have been 303, man. I think the first one that we all did together that was like same thing. I got my first taste of it would have been 303, shout outs 303. They're good, man. They've been good to us.
Yeah, they're still going.
Yeah, bro.
They had a
And they're
rough
like
patch
the
of
only
COVID,
place that are
but-
fucking still kind of grimy as well. You know what I mean? They don't have bouncers that are fucking, like.
Yeah. You show your ID, not even scan tech, and they just
They've
sick.
just been cool. You know, we fucking caused a bit of ruckus there a few times as well, so they've been good to us. But
It ain't a 9 to 5 show if it ain't. For anyone that hasn't been to a 9 to 5 show, the energy's off the tap. I'm hoping to bring some of that energy to you guys tonight. Well, if you're doing your live shows at 303, when you were in Warburton, how'd you end up linking back into Northcote? Was it a trek or nah?
No, so my parents split up and my mum moved into fucking Heidelberg to live with my uncle, and then I was going to Box Hill when I was living. I was going to Box Hill Senior, and that's how I met my mate who was from the north.
Oh yeah,
and he fucking, you know what I mean, and that's how it worked.
Yeah, there was a lot of heads at Box Hill Senior, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So 9 to 5, you guys have gotten some new recruits as well. It's gotten big. How many members are in it now?
I think we were counting. Are you talking rappers or rappers and producers?
You
or
know,
just
everyone.
Everybody? Fuck,
Everyone.
man.
9 to 5 is a fat crew now.
I think it's about eight or nine of us now. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys all have your own like little clique. So, and when we had Nautistics on, so if you missed the Nautistics episode, it's on YouTube. You can find out more about Prim that probably won't get covered here. But you guys kind of went to the same school as well, didn't you?
Yeah, nah. We went to so we met at fucking trade school because both of us are sign. Well, he didn't finish his thing, but yeah, we were both sign writers at the time. I'm not working in the trade either, but yeah. So that's how we met. I fucking just gazed him, and he had the look about him, and I asked him the question that you fucking, if you're out there, you know the question that I would have asked him, and he answered correctly. We both just were like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he was green bag, and then he had on Air Maxes, so you know what the question was.
Yeah. And he's straight Air Max 1s as well, like real heads.
Yeah. So, we just kicked it off from there, basically, man. Fucking got a lot of love for us. He's a good dude.
Talking about sneakers, you're a huge sneakerhead from your tracks.
Yeah.
And the first time I seen you at like this weird, like, I don't know if it's like a little, what is it, the barn in Bayswater?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like some old like bikey joke, but it looks like it. It's like cowboy themed bikey sort of thing. And like everyone's kind of like, you know, you're either wearing like leather jackets or you got your hip hop heads there. And Prim rocks in looking like he's straight out like the cave, like the lab. He's got his like all white 98s on, Air Max 98s, looking fresh. And I was like, all right, I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he's like Wu-Tang. He's like the Aussie Wu-Tang or some shit. Yeah, and ever since then, you've had a fresh pair of sneakers on, so.
Yeah, funny story about that, bro. I got those 98s being like, fuck yeah, no one's going to have these. Like, because I hadn't seen anybody rocking the 98s, right? And fucking this kid rolls up to the show. The guy who opened up before me had the fucking same pair of shoes on. Dead set. Like, and I was like, fucking no one's going to have these shoes. The guy who opened up before me had the exact same fucking shoes, yeah.
You know what?
Funny.
I actually had those shoes as well.
Yeah, no shit. There you go. I got him in from the States, and then he was like, he said something. He must have got him a like platypus or some shit like that, and I was like, for fuck's sake. Like,
yeah, you know, he didn't cop him like a real
No. He wasn't like
platypus.
hunting for it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I think I went on Soul Supply, and it was like from the UK too, and they had the Gundams as well.
Yeah,
the 98s. They had the mad pairs. Yeah. So what other pairs you got?
I'm not like, honestly, like I'm not the craziest to sneakerheads. I got like some 90. I got the 95 Safaris. That's probably my nicest pair of shoes.
You got the Safaris?
Yeah,
bro, they popping.
Yeah, but they're not like they're not like a crazy sneakerhead cop. Like Russ is the guy to talk to if you want to know who's got crazy. Chirp, bro. Yeah, the 550s. Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I think New Balance are underrated.
Yeah, no, these are pretty fresh fucking, you know, I think they did like a collab with fucking Amy, I don't know how to say it, it's like Amy Leon Dior or whatever, and they're like a re-release of like some like 80s basketball shoes, and fucking they just started dropping like normal colorways, like, you know what I mean, so yeah, I had to cop them.
At the barn, you were rolling solo, like you were doing your own show.
Yeah.
Were you doing a lot of solo shows before going with 9 to 5s, doing big ones, or?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, because I guess that was before we'd like clicked up, really. Like it's hard to remember, to be quite honest. Like it's a bit hazy, like all that time. So
yeah, it was wild times. That was like 2015, 2016.
I think
it's like 6 or 7 years ago.
And not even like I just don't. You know, I'm gonna fucking brain like a goldfish. I just don't remember it, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it was before we'd all clicked up and I was just kind of doing shows as the primitive one and not doing shows as 9 to 5. But that's how I met Bilby as well, that show. So that's how I linked in with the Rascals.
He was there, right?
Yeah. So that he put me on that bill, and that's how fucking that relationship grew into fucking us doing shows with the Rascals, and then eventually the Rascals, they finished their run, and Bilby came on board with us.
The Rascals being the Rascal Collective, for those that don't know.
Yeah.
But you and Bill are living together now, aren't you?
Yeah. We're housemates. Yeah.
So what's that look like? Like every day, is there just beats playing all the time?
No,
I feel
like
like it's a very loud household.
You'd think so, but honestly, nah. Because like we're on different time scales, and Bilby's doing fucking like I don't know if it's like his graduate degree or his master's in like engineering. So he's on like he's hustling like all the time to do his fucking. Like to get all his assignments and shit done. I mean, that's how it's been since I've been there, because I've only been there for a few months now. So it's not like as music heavy as you think. But yeah, I don't know. At the same time, I'll get up in the morning and make my music and shit. And I know he's a night owl. Like he'll do all his music stuff and fucking, you know what I mean?
Are you a night owl or are you?
I am, but at the moment I've been fucking getting up like mad early and fucking like working out to do boxing and shit like that. Not boxing, but just fucking around doing that kind of thing.
Training in that.
Yeah, not training, but like just keeping fit, you know.
Sick. You said you're taking music full time before we actually went on air. You said he moved in with Bilby and he said he's taking music full time. Like
Yeah. So this year I left. I was doing a songwriter. I was like, so I'm a qualified songwriter, and I was doing that as my thing. You know what I mean? I might fucking end up back there as well, but I've just been fucking running it for a bit, just selling beats is my main fucking living at the moment, and that's been paying my rent. So fucking we'll see how long we can make that last, and hopefully we can turn it into something nice. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Yeah.
What's selling beats like for you? Are you doing it on a specific platform or?
I mean, there's lots of look. I'm not going to give away all my game, but but social media is a fucking gift. Like to anybody who's like, you know, if you're an artist and you want to get exposure, bro, like fuck, man, you can use that to your fucking, you know what I mean? You can do anything with that shit if you're smart and you know how to fucking navigate.
There was one social media platform, and you started putting. If you haven't kept up with Prim, he's putting like old school cartoon, like he's putting visuals to his beats, and he's doing things like that. And he's put one onto one of these social media platforms, and it blew the fuck up.
That's been fucking crazy. Like in the last month, I just put up a fucking video on like TikTok. Alright, so fucking. Firstly and foremostly, it's fucking hilarious that like I've got a break from fucking doing TikTok, like because I'm not that type of dude. Like. I only did it because I got a mate who runs a fucking business, and he was like, look, we fucking put some videos up on TikTok and it fucking popped off and it got us a heap of fucking shit through the door, right? So I was like, at first, I'll be real with you, I was like, nah, fuck that, I'm not doing it. But he gave me some other tips about Instagram that fucking worked. And when he did, I was like, oh, all right, fucking this guy knows what he's talking about. I should fucking dial in and give it a crack. But I was just putting these videos up on TikTok, same ones that I make for my Instagram, to just like showcase my beats in case people want to see what I'm doing and make purchases. And fucking, I put one up while me and the boys were just watching fucking TV at the end of the day. And, you know, I got up the next morning, it was like 100,000. I was like, oh, that's fucking pretty crazy. Like I usually only get like a total of like 3 views on fucking everything. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, fuck, 100,000 is pretty mad. Rolled out to the sticks because I was going to go catch up with my mum and fucking, you know, I checked my phone again after a few days and I'm like, fuck, it's at like 300,000. I keep checking my phone. It's like, it's 1 million. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, this is pretty fucking sick. You know what I mean? And then I kept checking it. It's like, bro, next minute, it's at like 40 million fucking views. Like, just like, which is fucked. You know what I mean? But it's just like, half of the thing is because it's like an old, you dudes know Ralph Bakshi, the fucking... Yeah, so it's,
Wizards or something.
Yeah, Fire and Ice. If you've ever seen that. It's like, around about the time that he did Wizards.
Yeah, right.
You seen like Fritz the Cat as well?
Yeah.
Same dude, yeah.
Going skins?
Yeah. So fucking like half the reason that it's going off is because people are like looking at it getting like offended by it too. You know what I mean? They're like, because you know what I mean? Like it's from its time, you know? But yeah, fucking it's one of my beats and fucking it's been doing my shit like proper numbers, you know? More than I'm used to anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, 40 million's a little more than anyone's really used to. Like, has it snowballed since then as well? Have you gotten a lot of momentum from it?
Yeah, that's what. Oh shit, thanks, bro. Fucking yeah, I mean my Spotify is doing numbers. I mean business has been fucking coming in chunks, you know what I mean?
So did you go full time after that video?
No. I was doing it before.
You're already
that.
doing it. What's it like? Have you had to set up or run your beats almost like a business model, or is it just like you just chuck it up for fun and whoever, not for fun, but like you just chuck it up and you promote it, and then if it hits, it hits? Or?
Well, the thing is like, it's like fucking, yeah, it's kind of like fishing, you know what I mean? So, or like if people show interest as well, sometimes the beat will be gone or whatever. So you'd be like, yeah, you can't have that one, but here's my catalog. But the thing is with this, all this shit kicking off, it's like, shit's a bit more valuable now. So I can't really just be giving my stuff out to anybody, because before I did it, I didn't really have a name, and now I kind of got one. So like, people could be trying to steal my shit, which I'm a bit more aware of now. Like, it wasn't a problem before because I was a bit, you know, and I'm still a nobody. Don't get me wrong, but it's just changed it, you know?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, bro.
Sorry to butt in, but so say you're saying 40 million views, bro.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
massive.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
huge, right?
Yeah, man.
So like, that's obviously even if you got like 1% of those people who are buying a beat, that's a lot of beats.
Yeah, bro.
So like, that's the thing. Like, people are fucking going, oh, fuck TikTok. But at the same time, they do show you shit around. And all it takes is a few cunts to comment, and then all of a sudden they show it to another 1,000. And
literally.
It all goes off, like, how many comments and likes you get. So if people are commenting and liking, they're just sending it out to so many
That's
fucking
the funniest
things.
thing is all these people being like, I fucking don't like this video. It's fucking
Exactly.
so thing. And I'm like, complain all you want. Like,
Yeah.
you're literally just doing me favors. Like, you know what I mean? And I'll be real, there was like a little bit there, like when it all fucking went, and I was like, fuck, like I can't handle all this fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, it's cooled out. It took me like a week or so, and I was like, whatever, it's cool. But yeah, man, it just seems like the algorithm's fucking 10 times better than Instagram, and you know,
Yeah,
so
that's it,
whatever.
yeah. And you fucking just switch off the haters, because like, they're doing you a favour at the end of the day anyway, bro.
That's
Like,
it. That's
so-
it. You know what I mean? It's like I must be doing fucking something right if people are complaining.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, so it is what it is.
Yeah, fucking cheers for that. I just wanted the buddies.
No, man.
No.
Well, that's it. Like,
I'm
bro,
interested.
it's you know,
Yeah,
it's valid.
sick.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah,
you asked. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So since you're making beats, you actually had a beat tape called Overhaul.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? That was pre-COVID. That was just before COVID hit.
I think
Or
it was
during the
actually
middle?
it was during it was like that first wave, yeah, because I just got fucking crazy busy. I was getting like JobKeeper and just fucking kicking it around the house. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just like dial in and fucking do something with all this shit. And that was the first project I like mixed and mastered all by myself too. And it's a bit rough around the edges, but like, fuck, man, you learn a lot when you like go through that process. I fucking tore my hair out trying to get it all to sound good, and like. Once again, like you level up so much within all this time. So like now I'm like this, like I don't really like it. You know what I mean? But it was good for the time, and I'm proud of it because I know how much work I put into it.
It's still a classic to me. You got this one track on it. What is it? Heroin Flow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking hard, bro.
Sure.
It's just like, it just
Sure.
nuts, man. It's just like, if you want to G up for like a mission, you listen to Heroin Flow and you're fucking on.
Honestly, man, I can't even remember which one is which. The thing is like I make so many beats, like I forget what's what. You know what I mean? Because it's just like more.
Did you ever put those beats into any of your like actual projects, like rap projects?
Any of those ones on Overhaul?
Yeah.
Nah, but a lot of those ones were ones that I kind of planned to do something with, but I was just so far into the project, like the rap album that I was working on in the time, that I was just like, fuck it, I'll just do a site, you know?
Yeah, I'm still yet to like. I wanna have one person, like I'm yet to find the right person. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna play your random beat and I'm gonna put that on. And if they can smoke that beat, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by any means. And like I sold a few of those as well. Like people bought them so they could put them on their records, which was cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna start doing more beat tapes, you reckon?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on the latest one. I've been just literally knuckled down in the studio a week just doing mixing on it. Basically, I just spent the week before. It's like the idea was like 7 days, 7 beats, and then I fucking sprinkled a few of the other like ones that are standalones in on top of that. So yeah, I got something new in the works that'll probably be out within the next month, 2 month, 3 month, depending on how my other shit's going, momentum, and putting all my fucking chess pieces in the right place.
Do you reckon you'll put anything else other than hip hop beats? Do you reckon you'll put dub and all that other stuff into it? Are you still making that sort of stuff?
Yeah, there's I'm making like techno, like I've got like I like minimal like funky tech house
Sick.
stuff. I really like that, and I've just been fucking around making a bit of that too. So there's a little bit of that on there, but it's not like BPM, like it's like 1/10 the BPM, so it's not. It's just the same kind of drums and groove and shit. And then there's a reggae tune that I might put on there too, but I haven't kind of made up my mind whether it makes the cut yet or not. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that kind of stuff for sure. It's just. Like all these things, the thing is about putting a record together is everything's got to fit together well for it to, for it to be a good listen the whole way through. So if it doesn't fit into the context of everything else, it's not going to make it. You know what I mean? No matter how good it is, just if it doesn't work, it doesn't work,
So you kind of set it up like you listen to it from start to finish?
Yeah, no, that's like literally, that's how I've been doing it. I've been mixing it like one by one to make sure all the mixes sit in line with the last one as well.
It's fucking dope, bro. That's
Cheers.
like proper musician shit.
Well, the other thing is like I was DJing as well back in the day, so the mindset of putting things together like a set list that builds up is like something that I'm like I understand kind of thing.
You used to DJ?
Yeah, but not like proper, not like CDJs. It just had like a like a fucking like a one fucking whatever.
Have you ever gone into turntabling?
Nah, it's on like it's on my mind, but at the same thing, bro, you can't do everything. You know what I mean? Like you got to focus on what you're good at. Like I'd like to get into it maybe, but like I don't want to. The thing is right now I'm really knuckling down into doing like production. So
yeah,
that's my main focus.
Nautistic said that to me. He said, he was like, bro, you're trying to, like, he said, I try to do everything at once. I try to do too much. He was like, sit back, just do one thing, focus on that, master that, go to the next one.
Exactly.
As soon as I clocked onto that, things started changing. So what's a studio session for 9 to 5 look like? When you guys actually all get together?
The thing is it doesn't happen as much as you probably think. I'll shout out to the boys because they've got a record that's dropping within the next few days. The 9 to 5 crew. I wasn't on it, but the way that they did it was that they all went to fucking Finn's got a spot out in Sandy Hook.
Finn being Cadet X.
Yeah, Cadet X, my bad. Fucking Cadet X has got a spot out in Sandy Hook, and they all went out, took all their equipment out, and fucking all analog and just jammed it out and made like made all the beats and like rapped on them and shit while they were out there. It's sick.
That is proper sick.
It's sick. It's really fucking cool.
Were you there?
No. I couldn't make it because I was working, bro. I was making the cash fucking shmoney, brother.
As you do. Yeah. Ash K rules everything around me.
Yeah. So fucking, I wasn't there for that, but
when you were working, were you doing signwriting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was doing that gig full time for like 5 years. So yeah.
What kind of signwriting do you do? Do you do old school or new school?
Nah, it was all like new stuff. So I was doing like all the fucking installs for like Mecca Maxima, which is like a big makeup chain, and it was all like neons and all this other fucking real intricate shit. But yeah, it was alright, but and I was spray painting by the end of it too. I was like in the shop being the spray painter, like using 2-pack paint and shit, but it's not good for your lungs, man. So fucking
yeah, underrated. Yeah, people don't talk about that enough. Fumes are fucked. Alright, so your next project, I don't know if this was the next project after that, but Recipe 97.
Yeah, that was...
Was that the one after?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make that and produce it?
Fuck, that was like 3 years, I think. 2 or 3 years. It's somewhere in between the two of them. Yeah, and there was a lot of shit that got left off it. Some pretty good stuff that got left off it, but just like I said, same thing, just shit that didn't work. So
do you reckon you'll reuse that maybe in the future?
Probably not, just because man, like I'm doing it so much that it's just like things progress, or like I'm just not in the like shit don't sound the same as what it was. You know what I mean? So I'm just not doing that.
Just constantly leveling up.
Not even like leveling up. Just like my taste shifts, or like the type of record I'm trying to make shifts. So this new one's like pretty different from like 97.
Bro, if you don't like it, fair enough.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that it doesn't. It's just not where I'm at. It's cool, man. Like I'll listen to them and be like, "This is cool," but
There was one joint off 97, and it's the posse cut. It's got like I posted on my Insta just your verse on it. But how many people was it? It was Rascal Collective and 9 to 5.
Yeah, so it was Rascal Collective and 9 to 5 originally. And what actually happened was that, like I said, they're discontinued. They finished their run, and we just ran it as everybody's names. But it was originally supposed to be, what I was trying to do was put together a fucking a crew Royal Rumble. So I produced it and then sent it over to him and was like, yeah, everybody, let's put some verses down. There was supposed to be a second one too that just never eventuated, but yeah.
So you guys weren't all in the same room when that was happening?
No.
Does that ever get frustrating, not being in the same room? Like,
Well,
having to wait for like the loading and sending in?
Bro, I'm from the sticks, so
So you're
like
used to it,
that's how I've been operating for like the longest time. Bar me coming down to record with Bilby and fucking, you know, the boys would roll through and we'd link up there. But having said that, you know, like we do have studio sessions. It's just mostly like, you know, it's not like that.
Where'd you film that video for it?
It's out. It's all out in the country, out in Warby, bro.
Oh, is it that?
It's all out in the
that
country.
big abandoned like hospital or whatever it is.
It's
That's a
no.
huge building?
It's right near there. You
Yeah.
can't get in there. You can't get in there anymore because it's fucking armed to the teeth.
Because
with
it's so
security,
big.
bro.
I was like, and you see all the busted windows. I was like, surely that's abandoned.
Yeah.
But I never had. time to go into
It is.
Yeah?
And you used to be able, like when we were younger, you used to be able to fucking kind of get in there, like at least a little bit more than you can now. But now it's like rigged to the teeth, man. They're onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the little abandoned IGA right across the road.
Yeah, same thing as well. But no, that's another abando. Look up that way. But yeah.
Yeah,
You
right.
gotta
So what
find
that
that for
day?
you gotta find that for yourselves.
Yeah, you
you
do.
know,
You can't drop
yeah.
the gems. But yeah, how'd that day go? Getting everyone there.
Well, fucking.
It would have been a mad road trip.
Yeah, well, everybody came up and stayed the night before, and the idea was that we just have a few beers and it wouldn't get too out of hand. But of course, like we all got fucking legless that night, and then it was just like, you know, the next morning, fucking scraping everybody off the floor. It was good, but no, it was good, man. We all just hung out and fucking got legless, and then the next day we all just did our thing, all hungover as fuck. I think Chap's the dude who filmed it. His battery in his camera fucking ran out like before we were supposed to go and do like one extra thing or something. So it was like a mad rush. Of course, you know what I mean. These things happen. And he's like, I brought another battery, and then he's either forgotten the battery or the battery hasn't charged or some shit like that. So it was fun, man. It was a funny day.
Yeah, so the project never goes to plan.
Nah,
you get the
nah.
plan, but it just goes out the window. You got to do it on the fly.
Nah.
This is what it's all about.
And you know, and we all, then I think most of the guys left, and then fucking X and Mo stayed up, just the three of us up at that house, which was fucking. We just got fucking legless the next night as well. It was good. It was good, man. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I like that clip of you, like just standing in like the beat up shower, like it's like all grimy.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
yeah.
You're just like rapping it. I was
No,
like,
I
yeah,
seen it.
fucking.
I went in and I seen it. I was like, that's where I'm rapping.
Yeah,
You know
it was
what
like
I mean?
that's
It was
mad horror story looking. Yeah, even like the part where you pull like it actually looks like a horror story. It's all grainy and filmy. And you just pull up this like machete or some shit like.
That's the.
All you can see is your big white grin out the darkness.
Yeah, shout outs to Chaps, man. He's sick.
So who is Chaps? How'd you
Chaps.
get onto him?
He's part of Dusty Disciples, which is Cashno. Treb's part of that clique as well. A few other they're all dope producers. They're all just hip hop guys.
Yeah.
And the boys had linked with Cashno to do a feature on his album that he put out. And then they did it. I think X did a clip with Chaps, and then his name was just in circulation for people to work with. And I fucked with it, and we hung out. Chaps actually, I think he came up and we scouted out spots and shit. We just hung out. It's like I like to suss people out before I work with them too. It's another like big thing is I don't work with people I don't get along with. Like that's like a big rule. And yeah, we kicked it off, so it was just all from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because of course. Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is right, but I'm pretty sure you did the 9-5 logo.
The original one. The original one that was on the T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you go about that?
Oh.
Did that take long for you to sketch up, or were you thinking about that for a while?
No, I think I just sketched it up and
I
just
whipped
sketched
it out.
Yeah, I just fucking knocked it out, man. And,
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I missed out on one of those T-shirts. If you ever do a re-release,
yeah,
I'm on it.
Yeah, we might. We've talked about doing that. We're still stocked up on a whole bunch of our on our staple ones that Nick designed. The bomb design. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick as well. Taipan, my brother, my business partner as well. Fucking he
Straight
kills
up,
it. Yeah.
nicotine.9to5
Yeah,
on
he kills it. He
Instagram.
kills
If you
it.
want to see some cool fucking art,
Yeah.
he's the mastermind of it all.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Taipan. I want to get into that.
Yeah.
Taipan clothing.
Yeah.
So you're doing a clothing label at the minute.
Yeah. So Taipan, my man Nick, he was doing it. Solo. And during fucking lockdown, he hit me up and said, "Do you want to fucking do a collab? Like, do a collab? We'll do a fucking jumper together or whatever." And we did it, and it all fucking worked sweet. Like, it was good between the two of us. You know what I mean? And then it was just like, "Oh, fuck it." Look, I was looking to put my hand. Like, I'd always thought about doing clothing anyway. You know what I mean? So like, it was just kind of the ones where I was like, "Well, would you be interested in me coming on board for this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing. Like, I fucking would like to be working with someone, and fucking we work well together. So are you interested in coming on board?" And we were just like, "Yeah, all right, cool." Just fucking, roll off the money that we made from doing the fucking first jumper, and we just kept it going.
Do you guys end up having big boxes at your house that's just full of clothes?
Nick takes one for the team, and he's the man that holds down all the stock.
Sick.
But yeah. I mean, like this and that. Some things go quickly. Some things fucking go slow. You know what I mean? Like,
As they do.
You know?
But it'd be a bit of a spin out. Like, it'd be sick, like, seeing these big boxes. Like, eventually, like, you see one less box, and it's all going out, and you're like, yeah, it's sick. Like, it's all happening, all popping off.
Yeah. I got the box of 9 to 5 t-shirts, but I don't know. I'll just look at it and wish it was more empty. To be quite honest with you.
You guys have another one coming out soon, though, don't you? A new line.
Yeah. So we just dropped a t-shirt, and we got a winter drop coming through, which is gonna be like a fucking quarter zip, some hoodies, fucking, know what I mean? Yeah, just all that kind of shit.
Yeah, quarter zips are proper OG.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's start playing some of your tracks. Let's I was thinking of just playing your Overhaul beat tape first, and then we'll get into your other shit. We'll play
Honestly, bro, why don't you play that beat I was telling you, the 56 one off on you one?
Let's do that.
Give that a run through, because that one's hot off the press.
Done, bro, done. This is Onza, Wiz FM, Friday night. You tuned into the primitive one. We're playing 56.
Fuck, what a tune.
The 9 to 5 was from 97 and 98. I kept it old school, but picked the wrong time and place. Arachnophobic, so I ain't got no time to waste. Here to build a legacy, get used to my striking face. In the lab, or I'm working like a sucker. Fuck being broke, I'm living comfy, old butters. Still, I hate it raw, so don't tell me about a rubber. I'm a nasty motherfucker, but worse under the covers. It seems your boy should've warned ya. Cause it's true, I got it running like it's lab in California. Rapping ain't my habit, it's an actual disorder. Rhyme books and black book stay stacking in the corner. If you ain't showing love, well it's obvious you order. Recognize the real, we ain't just smooth talkers. Learn all my lessons, still I'm far from a preacher. All I really want is brand new kicks for beta. So raise up your sneakers. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. Yo, Mr. Primitive on that RC 95 link up, motherfuckers. Check that beat out, big us Bill. You wish the vacant man's theme when nothing is what it seems. Trying to carve my little piece to get their hands dirty. I'm trying to turn my nose green, keep the quality supreme. Build a name up with my team, got me working on the plan early. Juggle minimum ways to clock max respect. Burn out, find yourself empty, no passion left. My dream involves a very heavy back catalog. I made it digital, but the original was analog. Catch me chopping up the cool drums. I'm just a cool cunt, known to play the heavy and the full crumb. I'm trying to bring it full circle till I'm full time. Soaking in the culture is 98 at the fuel pump. 97 for the recipe. I'm putting real heads at ease and whack rappers in therapy. That wild star energy, popping like Carl Williams chemistry. I hit you with electric shock therapy. It take a lot of dedication, so I deserve it like all my indigenous people deserve all their reparation. And I ain't got too many expectations, just staying solid, putting dollars in the pocket, self-preservation. You keep it real, I'm keeping moms good. Old boy just trying to bring me in on his hustle and turn his son crook. He means well, in his eyes that's how love looks. He got some gems, but I ain't trying to study off the one book. I smoke less now, I booze harder. It's funny how you drop a vice and you end up with a new partner. Went from that burnout puke sparker to Mr. Moose.
Yo, and we're back. We're gonna do some more talking for you. We can do some more interviewing. You know, I want to learn more about the primitive one. There's so much to this guy that it's so hard to get it all in an hour. All right, I don't know if you guys heard. You know, there is a motherfucker in Australia that's gotten big, and his name's Kerser. And if you didn't know, Prim and the boys actually supported him when he came down.
Sure did.
Tell us about that. How did you even get that?
Well, it was a weird one, right? Because two of us. So X got hit up by fucking Beatheads Shem to do his set, and then Morns hit me up to get the boys to fill in his set, right? But we didn't realize, we were trying to figure out, it all got mixed up in communication. So it was we were trying to figure out who was fucking doing what for a bit there and shit. And basically, I fucking got a bell from Morns. And it was just oh yeah, we're talking to him. And he's like, what are you doing on Saturday? And I was like, oh, not much. He's like, you want to do the Kerser show? I was like, you know what I mean?
Just casually.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, but give us 1 second, you know what I mean? Run out to the studio where Bilby's looking. He's like, fucking, you want to do the fucking Kerser show on Saturday? You reckon we fucking, he's like, yeah, all right, fucking put it all together, organize it with the boy. And then it's just a scramble for us to put it together. But the funny thing is that we were doing a fucking house party, on the Friday before, and we'd already been, putting a set together to do the house party, right? So we were, kind of in the swing of doing rehearsals, but we were all wigging out about doing this fucking house party because it's the first show we'd done in since fucking COVID, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it was oh fuck the house party, that's gonna be the easiest thing ever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the next day we gotta go do fucking, I think it maxed out at about 1,000 people, which is the most we've ever fucking played to, you know what I mean? I think the most before that might have been 200, 250, maybe 300. So yeah, it was crazy, bro. We played in front of 1,000 people.
Where was it?
It was at Princess Band Room in St Kilda.
Oh
yeah, and it was packed, packed.
And when it's packed, it's proper wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder,
Packed,
hot and
bro.
sweaty.
Yeah, it was packed.
You would have saw some heads.
Yeah, man. It was full of people, and yeah, we rocked it, man. We did our thing, and it was well received, which was sick because we didn't fucking. The other thing is Kerser sits kind of out of our pocket. Well, yeah, he sits out of our pocket of rap. So we were I don't know if this is going to be You know what was funny? We were all laughing because we seen that fucking... I don't know if it's DJ Sanchez that does the interview with Scrub, and he's talking about how Scrub got booed off because he wasn't Kerser. You know what I mean? So we're all fuck, are we going to go out there and people will be Kerser, you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. It's, you know what I mean? But it wasn't. They loved it, you know what I mean? It was sick. Having said that, these guys have been waiting 2 years to see Kerser come out. So, we thought we were, well received. Fuck, bro. Kerser came out and it was fuck, man. It was people seeing Jesus, you know what I mean? They were just you know, it was wild. It was pretty sick to watch, and you know, like we got set up with our own fucking little setup, and like, you know, hooked up with drinks and shit. So we just got to fucking chill out, like in our own little fucking cordoned off area, and drink and watch the show, which was mad as well. You know what I mean? So like we were just hanging out watching it. It was cool, bro.
Did you get to meet Kerser?
Yeah. Not like we didn't like fucking like chop it up with him, but yeah, we met him. He was cool.
Yeah,
He was cool.
yeah.
guy.
What was it like being around like a Sydney OG? Was it different Steez? Same,
Well, like,
same.
I mean, like I said, bro, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't like hanging out with him, telling him our life stories. We're just like, yeah, what's good? You know what I mean? Like that. He's like, yeah, cheers for rolling. Like, just that kind of shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sick.
And like, yeah, it was cool. Like, it was all good. You know what I mean? He's nice.
Yeah, man. Did you have your produced beats on there as well? Like,
Yeah. I think I fucking produced like a lot of the set that we did as a crew, which was fucking sick as well.
did that make you like hype as when you saw people receiving it well?
I'll be real with you, like my favorite thing, like I haven't been feeling doing solo sets by myself. I've been enjoying doing crew sets with the boys, and I really like it when it's like heavy on my production. It's always like I fucking get around it, bro. Like you get to hear my beats on like a big sound system and shit as well, which is always fucking I love. But the fucking, you know, Mo and Autistics did, you know, homemade formulas, which I got a verse on, which we'll get into in a bit, obviously. But yeah, that was so much fun to do live as well, you know, like with the boys, you know.
Was it almost like fun rather than like when you got there,
Yeah,
like the
it
G up
was.
was
Yeah,
like,
it was.
oh, but
It
when you got
was.
onto stage, it was just like, because everyone receiving it well, you're like,
Yeah. Well, the thing is like with a show like that, and obviously like because we were kind of caught off guard with it, there was a lot of wigging out beforehand. You know what I mean? Like that happens to everybody before you got to do something that's like pretty big, and we're all aware of that. But you know. Yeah, the worst thing about a show is, hey, Mavi's fucking, you can't see it, but Mavi's getting attacked by the local fucking...
we're getting chased by the Mothman.
Yeah, the local Mothman. Yeah, fuck, what was I at?
Yeah, you heavy produced and Nautistics, you got a joy on it.
Oh, no, what we were talking about is being anxious before.
Oh,
being
yeah,
anxious
yeah.
before. So fucking, or not anxious, but just the nerves that come with it. The worst part about doing a show is the fucking 3 hours before. You know what I mean? When you like, just like, you're not playing yet, so you haven't killed it. You know, like, I try and like not drink too much if I'm doing a show, because like, obviously that'll take your edge off as well. So it's like, and I wasn't drinking before that because I was driving. I drove everybody there and drove, you know what I mean? So I was like on my tours. So I didn't even get to have a few fucking beers to like take the edge off, you know what I mean? So, but like, man, it's a lot less pressure playing to fucking like 1,000 people than it is to fucking less. Does that make sense? Like a house party that we did the night before was probably more of a spin out because it was more intimate.
Yeah.
But with that, it's like a fucking so many people that it just doesn't really matter.
I saw videos of the house party too. Like there was no stage. You guys were just in a circle of people. It was like a pit.
Yeah.
You guys were just in a pit, rapping at all angles.
Shout out to Bilby. He was fucking spinning, rapping, and fucking doing the engineer, like the mixing as well. Like that.
He does that, doesn't he?
Bro, Bilby, fucking if you're listening to this, you hold it the fuck down, bro. Like, you're onto it, man.
Shout out, Billy. You've
Yeah.
been doing it for a
Hold
long
the fuck
time. He's a
down.
sick
As
cunt
does
as well.
everybody in my crew. Shout outs to my whole crew, man.
Shout out to 9 to fucking 5. I love you all. Bro, and at the same time, oh, fuck. I don't even know. I don't even know. That would have just been crazy.
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
Was that the biggest show that you've ever done?
Yeah, easy, man.
Kerser?
Of course, bro. Like, it's
Yeah, like, I just had to ask.
And the thing, yeah, and like I said, it was like fucking Onza hits me up and he's like, "What are you doing on Saturday?" It's like nothing. Do you want to do a Kerser show? It's just like, oh.
Did he say it like that casually as well? Like,
It was a bit he didn't drop it that casually. Like, I'm taking liberties to make the story sound better, but you know what I mean. Like, it was essentially like, yeah, Saturday. Like, I can't do the Kerser show. I've dropped out because of whatever personal reasons and fucking.
what did you do after? Did you just go off? Were you jumping around like, we killed that shit?
Well, same thing. Like, we were all just chilling, like, amped as fuck, and then we watched Kerser go and do his thing, you know what I mean? Which was, like, you know, an experience in itself. Like, it would have been, like, it's dope when you think of it as someone who's, like, enjoying it as a fucking someone who loves Kerser. I was taking it in as someone who's, like, you know, taking notes as a performer, you know what I mean? Like...
I do that when I come to your shows. Do you guys rehearse your set, like stage? Because I do it, man. I remember that you guys had this one show at, well, the Northcote Social Club.
Yep.
It's on High Street, and you guys you had it down, and I was doing my little talent scouting thing at the time, and I was writing notes on my phone these cunts they walk from one side of the stage. And then they walk to the other side of the stage, getting the whole thing. They bounce. The other ones in the background, they take your vocals, when they're on point. If you can't rap, they do, shit like that. Small things that, there's, newcomers haven't learned yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, for sure, that's definitely something that we've all tried to dial in on a bit more. And shout outs to Rascals as well. That was a fucking really good dynamic that those boys had on lock as well when they do shows.
I've seen them. They're fucking nuts, man.
They're really and shout out to all the dudes in Rascals as well, because they're all still doing their thing. Those guys all hold it the fuck down. But yeah, they always had a really great dynamic, and I definitely tuned into how good their crew dynamic was, and was always how do we make that happen for us?
I love when Mans is jumping around from Rascals, and he's got his dreads rocking his
logos.
Yeah. And he's looking like Rage Against the Machines, just jumping around. I was fuck, man, that's proper rock and roll, but rap style was sick.
Yeah, they're fun. The brothers Caesar and Logos, man, they're fun. They're fun to drink with.
Yeah, I saw Caesars on the weekend. I was like, you should roll through sometime. I wanted him to come here tonight, but shout out to Caesars.
Good dudes, fun to drink with. You know what I mean?
Sick. And you need that. Yeah. You need that dynamic, because if the bevs start rolling, and you can't hack it. You can't hack it, my G.
For sure.
You just can't hack it.
For sure.
What else can you tell us about that show? Anything else?
I mean, really, that's the gist. That's honestly the gist of it. After that, after that, we were all just kind of fucking on cloud nine. It took a few days for it to kind of sink in as well, But it's the coolest. I think the coolest thing about that for me was probably I guess that's a level of legitimacy that you can fucking, because it's pretty hard to be taken seriously as a fucking rapper in Melbourne or Australia, especially with what we're trying to do, actually keep it real and make good music and not, do a certain type of marketing that might, take away from that. But having that Kerser, being able to say we've done that's, that's a pretty big, notch on the resume,
especially being in the middle of the drill phase and then the sad boy phase, and then just keeping it real to the fundamentals.
But funnily enough, interesting link into a new thing is that keeping it old school hip hop is making a big resurgence right now.
Because it's just real.
Well, you look over to the American scene, Griselda and shit. They've done a lot for bringing
Benny the Butcher
back.
and shit.
Yeah, well, fucking Benny the Butcher.
I only just found out what their record label was called yesterday.
You've been
literally
sleeping.
I knew of them. I knew the artist, but I didn't know the record.
Yeah, sleeping,
I know.
Bro.
And you know what Griselda is, yeah?
Yeah, Griselda. Yeah, the chick, the
drug
Griselda
kingpin.
Blanco,
Yeah.
Hundy.
Oh, when I heard that, I was
bro.
that's as OG as it
Nah,
gets.
man, that's I really enjoyed watching their rock, because I kind of caught on to them before they really kicked off, and it's been really sick to watch how they fucking have just gone into the stratosphere, man.
Yeah. If we're talking hip hop, I was so there was Griselda and then Mass Appeal. I was Dave East, and then Nas, King Shooter, and they were all doing their thing. They all tied in together
Nas
eventually.
Is established as well, but
he's just I know.
He's
his
a
label.
king in his own right.
Yeah,
But Dave East, fuck yeah.
Yeah, favourite rapper.
Dave East goes hard. Yeah, he's really good. I fuck with Dave East too.
Fucking A. Real heads, no.
What about Freddie Gibbs, bro?
Oh, bro,
he's in the conversation if we're talking 100%. Those guys.
My co-worker, he's kind of he only really does Kanye, Drake, and then the heavy shit is Freddie Gibbs. So, I only really got into Freddie Gibbs when I was kicking with you boys. Because, I was I like Freddie Gibbs, but I don't know his shit. And then you guys would play him, and then now my co-worker just smashes him because I'll be he's really into what is it, Lana Del Rey and actual singing and shit. Yeah. And when he plays rap, he plays Freddie Gibbs because he knows I like it. And now I'm really getting tuned on. So for those that are listening, those are some gems for you.
Oh well, man, if you don't I imagine most people tuning into this would probably be onto it, man. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs is the man. Benny Butcher's the man. It sucks that they're beefing. That's my 2 cents.
Are they beefing?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Which
Fuck.
sucks because they're both powerhouses in similar kind of ways too, and they've done records together that are fucking crazy. But whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Not like I invented. Like, who gives a fuck what I
And when
think,
when
but
you're
you know what I
both
mean?
on that plateau, it's just bound to happen that you're just
Yeah.
you're gonna go like that, and it's a shame. But when they make that comeback, because they will eventually make up. Hopefully it's not some jarral 50 Cent shit.
Yeah, well, you hope
And they'll
so,
come out
bro.
with that track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you hope so, but I guess like the thing is they're both like fucking G's, so it's like, who's gonna take the L and shake hands and admit that they were the bigger man? Like, I don't know if they're like, it's not like if those kind of guys are those kind of personalities. You know what I mean?
Who came out first? Freddie?
Who? When you mean who came out? You mean who got big, or who's?
Ye-
Because both of them have been doing it for years. Like,
Yeah,
years
because I
and
heard about
years.
Freddie way before Benny.
Yeah, I think look, yeah, no. All right, if we're talking like who established themselves in a more mainstream sense, like Freddie Gibbs, because Freddie Gibbs, I mean, the first thing I heard of him was fucking the Madlib Pinata, which is like a pretty staple record.
Yeah.
If you're into hip hop,
Yeah.
you know, like that's one of those ones. And then Benny's run's been the last 5 years, but yeah, Freddie Gibbs was definitely more established a bit earlier.
If we're talking New York hip hop, so 9 to 5, Prim, like that whole scene is very New York. Would
Yeah.
you say very New York?
Well, look, I think we're pretty diverse.
Yeah.
But I think everybody can kind of do everything, but definitely that's like a bread and butter kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Being a producer, did you ever dig into the records? Like, were you taking that away and doing that sort of thing, or
Do you mean do I chop vinyl?
yeah,
Like, do I listen? Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. Of course.
sick?
I do a bit of everything. Like I'll find good music in whatever way I can. At the moment, to be honest, like I haven't been doing so much chopping up wax, but like I've definitely been there, done that. Still do it, you know what I mean? But at the moment, I'd say not so much. But yeah, for sure, bro.
Prim, you've actually got some people in the chat in Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right now you got Bro 58 Beats saying "Dawn Boys."
Hey, what's cracking, my man?
You got Posh Wunner, that's my little OG. He's like play homemade formulas. You know, Posh, that might actually come. He's a little 14-year-old. Like, I don't know if you've seen the flicks where I got that little kid like kicking around. It doesn't matter anyway. He's,
I actually think I do know the flick that you're talking about.
Yeah. So I've taken him under my wing, and like, you know, whoever comes on, he does his little research and shit. He's
Shout
a
outs, bro. 14 and you already got fucking good taste. You're going in the right direction.
mad cunt.
Yeah.
So Posh Wunner, I might have to do that one for you at the end.
Shout outs, man.
And then we got Flugel Pop. I don't know if you know Flugel
I
Pop, but he
don't.
says Bilby is the sickest. Bilby says much love, Prim, big love. So
Hey, my
Flugel
man.
Pop, you probably with Bilbs, I don't know. But either way, shout out to the fans. You're all sick cunts for tuning in.
Flugel Pop is a fucking good name. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah,
I don't know what is a Flugel. Hey, Flugel Pop. What is a Flugel Pop?
I think it's from Rick and Morty. It's
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
be. It's gotta be.
Oh yeah.
It's got anyway. Yeah. So recently on radio, all of you out there listening, like, we started to get more engagement. So it's cool that like your fans are kind of tuning in. And
Yeah, sick,
So
yeah,
you're
sick, sick.
Shout outs to you
I
guys.
guess I wonder, is it like because is it Easter fucking? It's the Easter weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking happy because is everything shut? It doesn't sound like everything's shut, bro.
Yeah, I know. Cunts
Sounds
are doing shit.
I thought cunts would be like maybe chilling for Jesus. So I mean,
Yeah. Did you eat your fish today?
oh, bro, Jesus ain't my homeboy. You know? It's like I'm cool if you're chilling for Jesus, but like, hey, bro, I eat fish when I feel like it. I don't actually like fish, to be honest. I never eat fish. So
You don't fuck with fish.
I like seafood, but here's another fun fact. I've never really been big on fish.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you get at Wiz FM. You get the hard facts, my G. Yeah, I went to the fish and chip store before I came. That was my little feed. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
being a wog and all.
I'm holding off, bro. I'm definitely running a fat KFC feed on my
Ooh.
drive home. Yeah.
Fucking A,
Yeah,
lad.
like, trust me. Oh, I better fucking, if I'm there in time. Otherwise, it's going to have to be Mickey D's. Is Mickey D's chilling for Jesus?
Never. Mickey
Good.
D's doesn't. There's no chill when it comes to Mickey D's.
Good times. Good
Yeah,
times.
yeah. Have you ever heard Mickey D's chill? Not in this day and age. No way.
Yeah, true. Like, when you think about it, yeah, as if Mickey D's would chill for Jesus, for sure.
Yeah, literally, they are Jesus these
bro,
days.
Bro, they're the devil, bro. Mickey
Yeah,
D's
they're the devil.
So delicious, but so evil, brother.
Oh man, I saw this thing that Jamie Oliver, like, he sued them, and he said like, this shit is in our food, it's bad, and
Yeah.
he won,
Yeah, of course.
bro.
Yeah.
But like, he beat McDonald's.
But you have to have silly money to be able to even think that you could fucking stake a cake. Man, Mickey D's would be lawyered to the fuck.
They would have like a team like of 12 cunts.
And they'd all be the best.
Yeah.
Like, the best. They would literally all be like Satan's right-hand men. Like, you know what I mean? Just a lineup of 7 guys with a direct phone line to Satan. You know what I mean?
Like actual
Yeah,
cunt.
that's the thing. When Mickey D's need to call up because they got legal problems, they dial 666. You know what I mean? Fucking, they all appear.
Literally, when they go down to the lawyer firm, they don't go up to the building. They just go straight down.
100%. Fucking.
Yeah.
Press number 1 if you want to inquire about Big Macs. Number 2 for fucking legal troubles.
Like the actual elevator thing, like is actually 666.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Yep.
All right. Getting back into the music. No Filters. That just came out. It was a collab album. Tell me about that one, because me personally, for the listeners, I was waiting for this one for ages. I fucking loved it.
Yep.
And it took I heard about a year and a half, just as before they were even doing it. And I kept bugging Nautistics, shout out Nautistics. I kept bugging him.
Yep.
Get onto it. Drop it just for me. How did that go? Tell me the start, middle, and end of like that project. What was your feelings towards it?
Well, so how it initially started was like, so obviously I got like, well, not obviously, I make my beats and I put them in folders and I send them off to the boys. I think it was in lockdown. They were just hanging out, or mightn't have been lockdown, might have been just before lockdown, and they were hanging out a lot, and they just basically said, let's like hang out and write a bunch of stuff. And fucking. They wrote a bunch of it and then rapped on it, and I said, all right, well, I'll actually mix all of this. But then I got into it and I was listening to it and I kind of thought to myself, there's a few of these beats here that are a bit flat of mine and I think I can make them a bit better. So I went over and revamped a bunch, and there's a few in there that are actually remixes of the original joints as well. So there's a few originals, and there's a really good track that got dropped as well that never saw the light of day on that, which the boys didn't like, and I thought was fucking sick. But
What was it called?
what was it called? Switchblade Flows.
Sick.
Yeah, Switchblade Flows, and it's really good. But I think Russ didn't like his verses on it for some reason. They're really good, like fucking, but
Russ
whatever.
made Nautistics, and he's a bit of a
He's
a bit of a
I mean,
perfectionist.
Look, at the end of the day, bro, if you're not happy with it, like, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? I know, like, if I said that to someone and they put it out, I'd be fucking annoyed as. So,
yeah,
like,
for
fair
sure.
enough,
That's
you know what I mean?
fucking A.
But then, I got my hands into it, and then I definitely took my fucking sweet time to, get it all sounding perfect and get the right remixes. Like, Homemade Formulas, I probably remixed that like 3 or 4 times before we got to the beat that is the final one that everybody knows. But the original, I really was not feeling it. Like, and the boys were really getting into it, and I was like, I don't like this beat that much. So I did a few remixes that I thought were popping, and the boys were like, yeah, look, it's not really the one. And then finally I fucking landed on that sample that's like some a bit more uppity stuff. I'm trying to think. How It Is was also a remix that started off as a different beat. Yeah. So yeah, it was the boys. I made the beats. The boys did the legwork on writing some sick shit to it, and then I went back and revamped it. And then there was, like anything, there was a bit of fucking bartering on this and that, and what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, what are we all happy with, how do we meet in the middle? You know what I mean?
As you do.
As you do. And yeah, by the end we were all fucking.
There was
pretty
that
happy
joint with
it.
the sneakers as well, and for all the sneakerheads, it just fucking popped. Like it wasn't just like rapping like
But that's Homemade Formulas, I'm pretty sure.
That's Homemade Formulas.
Yeah, because it's
Sick.
all about being a guy a painter and fucking getting shit all over your fucking fresh stuff.
But it wasn't just like there's a lot of rap out there. I'll say this on one of the other shows. There's a lot of rappers that rap about rapping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the sickest rapper. I can rap so good. And it's like, bro, you're just rapping about rapping. But that one, in the sense, it was bars on bars. Everything was just sticking to the point.
Oh, dude, those guys together are a fucking crazy good combination. I hope that it eventuates that we do a second installment of that.
Sick.
Because that would be really sick. Whether or not it'll happen is a whole nother thing, you know what I mean? But it'd be cool if it did happen. I
asked you before what a studio session is like with the boys, but I've actually seen a studio session with Nautistics and Komodo, and it's just Billy's writing shit, going off a laptop, rapping, and then just fucking, you know.
That's how it works most of the time. I think that's how most people seem to work, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, it's not complicated. They just go off each other, and they can just sit there in quiet and just write it. Just chill.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know, bro. It's pretty kicked back. I think most people like to think that, like, fucking, you know, like artists, they get in there and it's like some crazy fucking science experiment where people are like throwing paint on the wall and being like, this means it's like, bro, like, you know, cunts are just chilling, fucking getting ripped and have fun. You know what I mean? Like, have fun. And also working. It is a lot of work to write stuff. You know, it is a lot of work to write stuff. But yeah, man, they pulled through with some really fucking sick writing on that stuff. It was a pleasure to work with the both of them.
When it comes to writing, are you a phone guy or are you a pen to paper guy?
Been both. Both. Definitely these days a phone guy, but yeah, I got books like stacked.
You were saying before, you're the primitive one because you don't do phones.
Yeah. Well, that's
now
the
you
funny
are doing
thing.
phones.
I was thinking about it as I said it too. Like, it's hilarious that I'm like fucking
Yeah.
went from that to being like a TikTok fucking. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty funny. You know what I mean?
There's levels. Like you
Yeah.
give a caveman a phone.
Dead set. Like, learn how to make the fire, and then it's just like fucking ooga booga till fucking next. You know what I mean? Neck minute, the Metropolis man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cyborg.
mate, that is fine. You know, you just click of a button, and you've got one.
Yeah, bro. That's it. I mean, it's like you got to tap into the fucking digital world these days.
This might tick your buttons. This might tick you off a little bit. But there's a pub, Dymo Pub, and they have a fire, and they have coals in there that never ash, but it's just always going because of gas.
Always.
Yeah, it's just always going. Like they just press the button and the gas is going, but the coals are just in there, so it looks like they set it up, but they're fake, bro.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is it just that fake shit? Yeah, I've seen that before. That ain't nothing special.
Yeah. What do you reckon about that?
I would have been impressed if you were like, they never let the fire go out.
Oh no, this ain't the Olympic
but it's
flame.
just setting it up. I was like, oh, so it's fake. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean? I don't feel that strongly about it. I'm not gonna go down there and fucking, you know, protest out the front. You guys are fucking, you know, a bunch of fucking frauds and liars. Like, nah, it's all good.
You didn't earn that skill, Kate, my G.
Look, I get it how you live, you know what I mean? It's a competitive market out there. If you gotta fake your fires, bro. Fucking,
you do your thing. The hustle is the hustle.
Yeah, man.
Can't knock the hustle.
You know what I mean? You gotta fake your fires. It is what it is. I don't respect it, but. Nah, I'm fucking talking shit. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of people from Diamond Creek like, fuck you, we can fake our fires if we want.
Yeah, mate. Next thing you know, they're gonna have pitchforks and torches at your front door.
Shit.
We heard about this cunt primitive one. He was talking shit.
About the fucking
You don't know about fucking Ashred says the King Lake fires.
Oh man, I was fucking out in the sticks when the Black Saturday fucking kicked off. I remember all of that. I was a kid, man. I was like raining down ashes and shit. Fucking my mum wigged the fuck
No shit.
out. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we were like down the river. We were down the river and fucking. I was like a kid, man. I was a little kid at that point in time. We were down the river. Dad's fucking mate had come over from New Zealand for like the first time. It was like Dad's.
No.
Yeah, and he come over from the first time. They just rocked up too. It's like a real interesting story. So it was like Dad's best friend who passed away. His brother came over to see Dad and give him a guitar. And they just rocked up, and that was the day that all the Black Saturday fires kicked off. And then it was like a whole thing, you know? It was pretty crazy, man. It was pretty crazy.
When I was touching down from Perth back in the day, there was, I think it was like, you know, it was COVID and then we had the fucked bushfires.
Yeah.
When we were touching down, I thought it was fog. But it was just smoke. And the whole airport was full of smoke. Like when I was breathing, just normal air, I was coughing because it was just hazy in the airport, hazy everywhere. And I was like, shit, the fires are real.
Fires are so real, man. I don't know if y'all out there believe in fucking global warming. Shout out.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Skipping seasons.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that.
know. Have you noticed that it's like
it's just starting to come to autumn.
Yeah, man. And
autumn.
I reckon it's more like they've shifted forward a month or something. So they're out by a little bit.
Yeah, because like I work in a nursery and one guy's like, where's the rain? And like I'm just seeing leaves start to fall off now.
Yeah.
So,
well, fuck, man.
I don't know if that means
Look,
anything.
that is big science. As a caveman, not qualified to talk big science, but
You can only go off the land.
yeah, you know what I mean. I am tapped into the land, so yeah, fuck.
Were you ever a nature guy?
I am still a nature
still a
guy.
nature
but I
guy?
just love nature, man. I try to, because now I'm living in the city. I kind of try to fucking, find go for I like going for walks and shit, bro, to clear my head, man. It's always been good. I like listen to music and going fucking somewhere where it's all just trees
100%.
and shit. It's always real good for you, man.
I used to do that too. Smoke a jaws, music in, walk.
Yeah, man.
It's like meditation.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good for you, man. You know what I mean? I'm from the sticks, so I've always been kind of spoiled for that.
This is a random question, but do you believe in ghosts?
No,
You don't believe in ghosts?
no.
I went ghost hunting last night.
Okay.
I went to Larundel, because you're in the north.
Yeah.
And you know where Larundel is?
No.
It's like, it's the old mental asylum.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be an old fucking mental asylum. It always is.
Anyway, yeah, it always is.
Fucking is.
It always is. Anyway, it's in Bundy, Preston, whatever. And,
No, I've heard of it. I have heard
you
of it.
can't miss it.
Yeah, I've heard
Out
of
the
it.
front, it's just all tagged up and shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I've heard a lot about this joint back in the days. I've heard the crazy shit.
Yeah.
I went down there, jumped the fence, this and that. And then I went there with my two mates and it's just the four walls.
Yeah.
And then when you go in, it's just a demolished, everything's it's a construction zone. Everything's cleared,
Yep.
soil,
Yep.
that. And that's really it. It was just a letdown. And my ghost hunting adventures left at that. So
Yeah, bro, look-
primitive one does not believe in ghosts.
Look, let me justify my statement. I don't believe in ghosts because I believe in aliens, and I think you can't have alien ghosts because then you have space ghosts, and it just gets too complicated.
But what if there is space ghosts?
Well,
Maybe it's something completely different.
yeah. Look,
Well, who knows?
Nah,
Who
yeah,
knows?
that's
That's a conversation for another day.
yeah.
If you really want to go down that rabbit hole.
And then the other thing is, I don't believe in God. I just think when you're dead, you're dead. So,
Yeah, live your life to the fullest.
yeah,
Every
it.
fucking
It's
day.
It literally is it's just a reason for you to make fucking everything of what you have now and not wait for the next phase. You know what I mean? It's because it might be for you. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking it if that's what you're into. But for me, it's I don't have time to waste now. You know what I mean?
My religion, my life perception ties back into my sneakers because I had all these sneakers I had in a box that I wouldn't take out that were worth heaps of money, and I would never wear them. And cunts would be like, "Why don't you wear your sneakers?" And then I came to the conclusion one day, what if I died today, bro?
And you've never worn any.
I
of these
never wore
sneakers.
them. At least get a photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep, that's valid. Yeah, no, that's man, it's a good way to live your life. Is wear the sneakers, man.
Yeah, wear the
Better
sneakers.
Wear those fucking sneakers.
Do some red hot shit. Do whatever. It could be. You could die tomorrow.
You know what? I justify it. I go, I'll get something fresh, but I'll wear it in a music video.
That's cool. Yeah, it's cool. At least you have events. You got to have at least you're rocking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is this your freshest garments today?
No way. I almost put on my nicest.
Oh.
Gotta save that for a music video. No.
You can't be whipping out the gold.
Nah, man's got a few nice horses in the stable. Yeah.
You're into your low life. Low life being polo.
Yeah. I'm not a full low life, but yeah, I like
You
rough.
fuck with
Yeah,
your polo.
yeah, I fucking
Have you got a
pretty
mad
into it.
collection?
It's not crazy. It's not
But
crazy.
you got a
but
couple
it's
vintage?
healthy. You know what I mean?
Sick.
It's healthy. Yeah.
I started getting into it when I went to America. It was in America, did you know Polo, Ralph, Hilfiger, Nautica?
Yeah.
It's all just Kmart brands.
Yeah.
So I'm buying all this shit.
Well, it's not Kmart brands.
It's like nice.
But it's easier.
It's like nice
it's way
Kmart.
more accessible
It's
than it is
people
here.
I'm rocking it and I'm can't rocked over to I'm in college.
Yeah.
And I'm sus my new fit, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
rocking
yeah.
I'm rocking full Ralph.
Yeah.
And they're like, cool. And I'm like, yeah, sick, you know what I mean? Whatever. And they're like, oh, it's just Kmart sort of thing. Because you can get it from Marshalls, and Marshalls is a discount store. Department store, yeah.
department store,
Not
yeah.
even a department store. It's like a value store.
Yeah, word. Well, the thing is but they still have that's where all the low lifes are. So there is still a thing over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Not that's where they all are, but obviously that's where the culture that's where the whole cultural thing started, of people boosting and doing all that shit, which is it's mad.
just anti-culture.
But they've got so much more access to fresh shit that we just don't have here. Having said that, we've been getting better, but yeah, it's a lot harder to fucking find the freshies and
You don't have to answer this
Oz.
question, but how do you go in copping your clothes? Do you go David Jones or do you have vintage suppliers? Do you have your places you go?
Nah,
Or you're not that into it?
Nah, I don't do like, cause I won't get it. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, if I'm gonna get like something Ralph, like I'll probably fucking do my research on what I'm getting, and like really, yeah, bro. Cause I play like I am dialed in to what's good and what's not good. So I'll like hunt and I'll probably like look at it on like go online and fucking do like go on real talk. Like I'll probably go on eBay and hunt and find like a bargain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's a bargain that's so ridiculous that it's like I can't not get that. You know what I mean? Otherwise, like it's nice to know people that fucking get rid of it for a third of the price. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for the most part, it's all.
Do you do your research on all your products? Are you someone that does that? Do you look up, like, because I don't.
Do you like? I'll put it.
I just buy what's the most expensive.
Do you
and
think someone who is dialed into his music as me isn't that kind of person?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because I just think the most expensive shit is the best. But it's not true. I learned that very recently.
Well, I mean, like, I guess.
Sometimes you can get
you
cheaper
know, like,
shit for fresher.
I mean, in a way, like, money does equate to quality, but at the same time, like, money isn't everything. And you can always, like, if you know where to look, you can always find steals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the thing of, like...
That's something for you youngers listening.
Yeah.
Just do your research.
But that applies to anything. It's like, fucking knuckle down and actually have a deeper look into it rather than just going off what fucking everybody else, like, where everybody else gets their shit from. You know what I mean? It's, like, also fundamental in how you develop your own fucking taste and style. You know what I mean? Everybody's so concerned with what everybody else is doing that they kind of forget to just do what they like to do. And that's, like, one of the most important things in, like, you know, doing something, interesting and something that's fucking original. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real fucking talk.
You know what I mean?
Prim.
Yeah, man.
You reckon I can get you to rap? You reckon I can get some live shit for these airwaves?
I'll tell you what, why don't we play Homemade and that other joint I was telling you about? I gotta fucking...
Done.
Yeah.
I can't find Homemade on here, actually.
I like highlighted it for you before, brother.
Oh, is it in your folder?
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, here it is. This one's for you, Posh Wanna.
Hey, shout out.
Hey, Kamer. You chopped up, yeah? Yeah. Wait. What do you got, mate? Pass it over. Yeah. Oh, alright, fuck me. Oh, God. You're fucked, cunt. Nah, bro, it's you, cunt. Bro, fuck off, cunt.
Nah,
You
fuck
sick
off.
cunt.
Don't put that on me, cunt.
Cunt, my Max, you cunt.
Bro,
Man. Bro, they're fuck. All whites too, cunt.
Hey, turn the beat up, still rocking my beat ups. Feet up at the table while I eat up with a meme up. I used to rock free runs, but had to let it run free. Too fresh for a clean up, cause that's handy. I'll be wearing 90s, I'm 90. See with the Heidi, cunts cop hidings for freshies. If you ain't a heavy, stay ready. These household blocks are mad sketchy, get me?
I've been saving up for weeks for the fresh new and one release. Tell myself this time I'm not gonna thrash these. Later that night, creme stained, already paying the price. You know what it's like as a writer, can never look nice. Feel my frustration, walking through the grass with condensation. White to brown transformation, trash like a shit piece. When I spit meat, I keep my kicks clean.
Adios. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, let's do the rap and we'll play that out as the end up. What do you reckon?
I reckon.
Do you know what Primitive reckons? He reckons we're gonna do some fucking rapping. Yeah, you want me to play one beat and you just go off the top of the dome, or
No.
you want?
44 one, bro. I got something special for that, bro.
Done.
I got a special treat for you. Check 1 2 1 2. Primate the primitive one live in the lab. Shout outs all day Onza. Yo. Workhorse, no reins around my neck though. I love her intellect, but she get done with the neck though.
Came round sparkling and left with the ecto. Money moves on delay, but it's cool, I make it echo. Fingers in a couple pies, just like I'm Nick the Greek. I'm trying to elevate, but every now and then it's like I miss the street. It's hard work trying to fight yourself, all the things I deny myself. But right now, just wanna put that shit to sleep. You do your thing, then you play it low. I draw mass, but shit, my calculations always have me making dough. And with this music shit, just take it slow. Ain't nothing good come easy, so it's cool if you got a way to go. Fuck your average beat association. It's work ethic, procreation. Spit the post at an ultimatum. A soul seeker found the music as a safe haven. Back when life was turbulent, it calmed me down and taught me patience. Now I just need to learn some moderation. My focus getting magnified to go global colonization. Products see progression, love is still the motivation. At the happiest in the zone, just trying to hone the greatness. So what you think I'm gonna waste it? If you could hold this in your hands, would you chase it? Since my very first taste, I had to take it, reshape it until it's close to breaking creative. But personality wise, I'm less flagrant. You get excited by them token statements. I got a wash, does it stand up when stripped back to bare basics? No makeup and she's still gorgeous. But I ain't got the time for fickle chicks that only sail in still waters. And I'm the captain, I take orders. Shit, I just jetted it off yesterday. Don't think I'm trying to wait for you. Guard up unless they demonstrate that snake aura. Go gorilla if I must and tap into my ape aura. Day to day pushing, hanging out the washing. Watch a rally to the flag before they probably waste the option, right? It's more exposure, more money, same fucking problems. The same doctrine, only real difference is what it cost him. The world told me I was weak, so I just kicked it in the teeth. Like what the fuck you gonna tell a brother that hate himself? With that said, it's diamonds out of cold, I'll sip on lemonade. Shit, I guess I'm learning to embrace myself. The razzmatazz was a sleight of hand you fell for. And the trade is slick talking, no, the eyes will always tell more. All I do is play it down, knuckle up and sell more. Trying to get the drop on all these less to go to hell force. Homie made a band and start to think he's Jordan Belfort. Fans are only cloud chasers, homies only sell swords. You need to separate your ego from what it is. Clear vision on your weakness, equip you to do it big. Prim Diggy from the 9 to 5, known to set a vibe a lot. Always had it in the bag, my dope game, trying to what? You were busy running guns, I've been stacking my supply. Don't know how you look in the mirror, knowing your life's a lie. All I do is keep it real, never follow shallow trends. Never bent my sound for gains, I sought the means in other ends. And I don't care like Smokey said, what they say is out my hands. Patience is the virtue in the scheme of a master plan. Yeah, Primate the primitive one, 9 to 5. We live, man. Hope you like that. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to play another beat, I'll keep rapping. Just one more.
Oh, we're playing fucking more beats,
Hey,
lad.
fucking Mavi, he needs more. He's fiending.
Fucking hey. You want 48 or 33?
48, I reckon.
Done. Hey, y'all living in the modern world, busy sculpting game changes. So don't confuse me for the type to play it way safer. I never fit the mold, they tease me for my strange nature. Same people press play and wish they ain't became strangers. I can guarantee for you I'll never dumb it down, but you can get cut the fuck off for giving run around. I'm out for war like writers to really hold their ground. Tunnel rap music, I'm deadly deep in the underground. Prim Diggy, you can hear me in the backdrop. My crew is fucking love me, I chop music like crack rocks. About to go Sinatra from track that's on my laptop. And I don't play games, I was always shit at the Black Ops. Plates already full, get another one you can rock off. Busy trying to fuel the supply and make it a stack off. Respect for the things that I have from when I was a have-not. Never going back anything to avoid lap dust. And I ain't buzzing in yet on how to skin the cat. Charts got you pushed around, I don't know how you live with that. Everybody doubt that I can live up off these dingy raps and watch them stick their hand out when it's time to split the cash. Funny that bunch of doormat diplomats with no back muscle. Lot of things from other biz to line up with the right hustle. Lot of heads with no experience to give you game. Lot of dreams that die young, praying yours will be the same. Dull enough your soul to catch a break, that's a shame. Ride the same wave as them and watch you forget your name. Jordan, opposition to G-ya. Above doing work just as much as putting my feet up. And I ain't need much, just new samples for Rios. Food from my belly and these bad bitches with D-cuss. Shout outs to Shorty, I tell her to turn the freak up. Then it's back to music, quick talking and turn the beat up. Oh fuck. Yeah. Shit. Fuck. What else I got in the chamber? Fuck yeah. Fucking yeah, cunt. That's primitive one.
Yo.
There's a reason why I said that I was keen for this one. That's fucking it.
How much we got left on that beat, Mavi?
We got about 40 seconds.
Nah, it's not enough to do anything crazy.
You want me to re-up?
What's 33? Maybe play us 33 to see what that is. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Sick.
Cool. One more, and then I'll finish this up, and then we got one last heater for everybody that's paying attention. Yeah. Check, Mr. Primate. 9 to 5, shout outs my crew, shout outs Mavi on the boards. Live on fucking Wiz FM. Hey yo. Stack of rainy day money when it's overcast. Took the long way around. Sign saying lonely path. Music from the tunnels, watch it transcend it slowly. Y'all, we kept the house warm, but the ignition was a lonely spark. The wind whistling, drum pattern kicking in. Try focus ulterior motives, one initiative. My brain hardwired on some anti-photosynthesis. Creative thoughts flourish, this the opposite of impotence. And I don't care about a list of things you're driven in, but might assess your drive and how much juice you giving it. This evolution is a given, kid. It's getting crazy lately, changing to the present one from primitive. Yeah, my eyes open to the future. Mr. Monkey Magic brain fused to the computer. In a world like the Matrix, the agents and the users. Who's who? They blend in like protesters and looters. Fuck, cooked it, whatever. That's me, man. I'm spent.
That's live, motherfucking boss.
Yeah, few fucking scars and blemishes to be shown, but that's what you get for the live freestyles. Yeah.
I'm gonna let this beat play out because it's for my G.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll start to wrap up. Alright, Prim. I'm just gonna ask you, what is in your future? What is the future for Primitive? You're doing this shit full time.
Yeah, bro. So I got fucking 2 records that are coming through, and a few singles. So I got a new rap record. It's called what is it called? It's a good fucking question. Yeah, well, we'll figure that one out when we get there.
He's got a new one coming. That's all you gotta know.
I've got a beat tape that's called Reflections in Modernization.
Reflections
in Modernization.
Sick.
It's the sequel to Overhaul. It's a play off the same name. It's a beat heavy, kind of jazzy joint that moves through a few different types of fucking genres. You know what I mean? It's just like I made it over the course of a week kind of thing, 7 days, 7 beats, and then I've just thrown a few other ones that are heaters in there. You know, it's been shaping up real nice, man. I'm real keen to drop that one. I've got some real mean singles. I've got some sick fucking joints on this new record as well. Some mad rappers that came through and fucking, you know, put down some verses that are just sick. Other than that, man, you know, 9 to 5s have got heaps of sick shit on the way. Shout outs to the boys, 9 to 5 crew. They've got a project called 451 dropping.
What is 451?
Well, it's 9 to 5. 451, 451. 9 minutes till 5 o'clock. 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
Nah. I'll get it after this.
451. You know what I mean? 9 minutes till 5 o'clock.
Oh.
It's 451. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah. So
4:51 is the time.
Yeah,
9 to 5. Hey, you know what? That's just Mavi being Mavi. Sorry, guys.
It's a heater. If you've enjoyed, I played a few of the joints, or Mavi played a few of their joints before. It's a real great record. The boys all fucking sat down and put it together. You know, they togethered it. Yeah, and it's real crazy. You know, the rest of the boys have all got projects dropping. I know me and K-Mo have got something in the works as well. Me and X have got something in the works. I know X has got a project with Cashno that he's dropping real soon. You know, shit's all happening. Just fucking tune in and you will be rewarded with good music, basically.
Sick.
So the thing is like, man, you tune in now, fucking, you're in for a treat, man. The boys all fucking go hard. And
you come in at a hot minute.
Yeah, man. That's it. And I'm really proud of this new music that I got going on as well. It's some of my best work. So fucking the future's looking good, bro. Future's looking good.
Prim, you're a fucking mad cunt.
Thanks
Have
for
you got
having
any
me.
shout outs that you want to do?
Yeah, shout out, obviously, I've already shouted them out like fucking 30 times. Shout out to my crew, 905. Shout out to Belby as well, my housemate. Shout out my North and East brothers. They know who they are. Shout out to my big cousin Manu. Shout out to all the family back in Aotearoa, and shout out to the family in Australia. Shout out to my mum. Shout out to my fucking mum.
Shout out to my mum too. She's still tuning
Honestly,
in.
shout out to Mumsy. Wouldn't be here without my old lady, so fucking yeah, shout out to Mum. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
Straight up. Well, you just tuned in to another week of We Onza. That's Friday night on Wiz FM. Thanks for coming through. That is the primitive fucking one. Thanks for coming through.
We
Shout
got
out,
one last
Prim.
little tune for you with a crazy feature that you're gonna have to figure out yourselves.
Oh, and you're not going to hear it anywhere else, so.
That's it. So tune in now because it's not going to drop for a little bit. You're going to like it. Shout out to my man Belby on the mix master. He's a fucking mastermind. And if you're looking for someone to record your bars with, hit on my bro at Rabbit Cave Studio. Peace. Good turn that up so we can enjoy it.
Yeah! Jay, cheers for coming through.